New witness testimony, surveillance videos, and body camera on day 3 of Maxwell Anderson's homicide trial.
It has been a fascinating day. Anderson's accused of killing 19-year-old Sade Robinson and setting her car on fire. Fox 6's Bria Jones is here with a look at how the prosecution, Bria, is building its case by now retracing Sade's last moments and how her car was set on fire.
That's right, Ben and Mary. The car is what sounded the alarm on Sade Robinson's missing persons case. Now, the car was found torched near 30th and Lisbon, and later that day, her severed leg was found at Warnerman Park. Today, the jury was presented with new video evidence. A black puffy jacket, underwear and ripped jeans inside out, and a pair of partially charred shoes. These are remnants of Sade Robinson's outfit. Investigators say were recovered from the trunk of her torched car the morning after her date with Maxwell Anderson.
Is there anything upon looking at that strikes you as unusual?
I think looking at how these were recovered, it could be consistent with somebody assisting in the removal.
Were there any identifiers for Maxwell Anderson in that car?
No.
Any ID cards or anything like that?
No.
Super weird because that engine still looks like it's in pristine condition.
New body camera from the morning of April 2nd, 2024 shows officers responding to the car fire near 30th and Lisbon. They snapped photos of the scene and canvassed the area for surveillance video.
He did that.
Prosecutors say videos show Maxwell Anderson walking away after setting the car on fire.
And a witness statement was reported that they had seen an individual walking away from the 2020 Honda Civic after throwing what the witness claimed appeared to be a lit lighter into the driver window.
Before that, they say Anderson seen on surveillance camera driving Robinson's vehicle in the area near a Galena playground where some of her human remains were located.
This right here is going to be a bridge that goes over the train tracks, and then the playground is located directly on the other side of that, just to the south.
That playground in that area, would you later be involved in recovering human remains from there?
Yes, I was.
We also heard testimony that the driver's seat appeared to be too far back for Robinson at the time of the fire. They showed these photos of an experiment, comparing the height of two deputies who are about the same height as Anderson and Robinson. Now, based on the damage to the vehicle, investigators believe that the fire started in the passenger compartment.
Yeah, there was just so much focus today on the car, I thought.
Certainly the seat, the posturing there. What did the defense say about that?
Yeah, that was honestly after the lunch, a little before the lunch break, and right after. That was the entirety of the rest of the day talking about this car fire. The defense, when the lead detective showed the pictures of those two detectives, they actually went out to Waukesha County to a car dealership for this experiment. But the defense, Tony Cotton, his response was, did you test anybody other than the heights of Maxwell Anderson and Sade Robinson, to which they said they did not.
Interesting testimony, Bria. Thanks. The detective said a detective said they also found marijuana and pills in a locked safe in Robinson's apartment. The pills field tested positive for methamphetamines, but they weren't sent to the crime lab. The judge allowed that evidence in. The defense tried to use that to point to someone else could be responsible for Robinson's death, but it's worth noting no drugs were found in Robinson's system. The Robinson family's attorneys responding to the defense's argument tonight, saying, quote, this is not a case about drugs. The police testified that the drugs were irrelevant, that the murder was not in any way associated to drugs. The investigation flushed out it was not related to drugs, and to bring up drugs that have never been tested, so we don't even know if they were actually drugs. It is highly prejudicial to the victim, and it's a red herring to the jury.